What is up, y'all? I'm Benjamin Outdoors, and this is my channel. Welcome back, y'all. So we're actually working on the Overland F250 build again. So I actually currently have carpet inside the truck, which we all know how nasty carpet can get. So I actually got some vinyl from Auto Custom Carpets. So it's going to go basically like the XL model. It's going to be the vinyl where you can wash it out. It's just going to be so much better than the carpets, especially if we happen to hit some water and mud, all that kind of stuff. I just don't want to have to worry about having to clean carpets. So anyway, we're gonna have to remove everything out of the truck, and then we can finally install this and then reassemble everything. So let's look what we got in there now. So I got some turf right now, artificial turf on top as floor mats, and the wife doesn't like it. But also underneath is the actual carpet. So I have to disassemble everything, take all the seats out, and then we'll be able to pull it out and put the vinyl in, and we're gonna have to cut around the holes, all that kind of stuff for the bolts and stuff like that. It's gonna be interesting. I haven't done this before, so we'll see how quickly I can do it. So this piece slides off. Kind of. It's weird. So that's what it looks like with no carpet. So one thing I didn't think about is you're supposed to let this sit out and actually like kind of relax for a few hours, and I don't have much more daylight. So I'm going to sit this inside and come back to it tomorrow, lay it out for a few hours. It says not to put it in direct sunlight. I guess it would get too pliable, but I need to get it out in the sun, or at least in the heat of the day for a couple hours, and then let it get pliable, and then we can put it in and start cutting it around. So first I'm going to take this carpet crap, whatever this material is. I wasn't planning on having anything underneath the vinyl, but I guess since it comes with it, I should put it in it, and it will help with sound deadening. So I guess if we go through a flood, it's still gonna soak whatever this is. So I had a hard time cutting this carpet stuff, so I just tore it basically where I needed to. I cut it some places near like the vents, but it was gonna be too difficult to try to cut near the edges, so I just tore it. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is. One thing I gotta say about this kit is it is not for an F250 four-door. I mean, they said it is, but they basically just cut a very, very rough outline of what the cab is like. And then they basically just rolled it up and sent it to me, because it's like a massive amount of excess. And obviously it's hitting up here. So I have to cut this out to be able to make it go up further in here. Then I still will have a lot of excess. So, so far I'm not super happy with this kit, just because you still have to do a lot of work. I was hoping, since it was, you know, vehicle specific, it wasn't gonna be a lot of extra work, but it is. It's a lot of extra work. So, it is what it is, but I would not recommend this kit if you don't wanna have a headache. So I've been having some issues with this vinyl. I'm just scared to cut it because it doesn't seem like it's laying, you know, comfortable enough. So I'm going to just cut off majority of it that I think that I don't need, as long as, while using this as a template. I tried to put the vinyl in the truck already and kind of try to fit it, and I didn't cut anything yet because I was just worried. And I just did not like how sketchy it looked. Which, I don't know, I don't think this is made for these vents. I got vents that come out the tunnel right here. You can see these vents. I don't know if it's made for that. I don't know. I'm not in love with this ACC vinyl right now. I mean, it kind of's got the right shape. I mean, it goes around the transmission tunnel and stuff, but I'm just worried it's not going to fit nicely. But I'm gonna cut some. I guess worst case scenario, I'm out $300. Part of me is just not liking how complex this ACC vinyl is. I got a bunch of these. These are vents right here. This is for, I think, the ABS control module, maybe, I think. I mean, there's a lot of really raised sections that I don't think this thing is made for. I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. Just so I can get it actually in the truck. Oh, this is so stupid. I'm thinking I'm getting it close. So it's looking pretty normal back here. which obviously back here really doesn't matter that much. But I mean, it's sitting, I don't know, it's still kind of sitting kind of crappy. I don't know. So far, I would not recommend an ACC vinyl or carpet replacement, at least for one of these newer trucks. All the videos I've seen for the older trucks looks like it's pretty straightforward, but with all the electronics and stuff down low, it just makes it more difficult. More contours, and so I don't think that they have all that stuff in their mold. I think it's just the actual bottom of the cab that they're using as the vacuum mold, not all the other stuff. And at this point, I really don't care too much if there's wrinkles. I'm really just at the point of, I don't want to waste 250 bucks, so I'm gonna get it to where it works. And if I hate it that much in the future, I'll just put the carpet back in. So the wife and I just talked about it, and this ACC vinyl is just not fitting right. I will never order from them again unless maybe I have a really old classic truck that has nothing going on underneath the seats, because this is just not fitting right. And I'm not happy with it. So, what do you think, Morgan?
Huh?
Said, what do you think?
Pretty bad.
Doesn't look good?
No.
Yeah, so we decided we're just gonna put the carpet back in. Maybe get some like really nice WeatherTech floor mats or something, and we're just gonna have to clean up the carpet whenever it gets dirty. So, not ideal, but it looks like garbage. So I really don't wanna keep this in here because it would just bother me for so many years probably. Even more than having to clean it often. So I'm not really worried about it though, but I basically just threw away 250 bucks. So it is what it is. I just rather have it look better than have these ugly ripples all over the place. I mean, I just can't get any of these ripples to sit flush. I mean, I've trimmed up here so much. I mean, it's basically sitting on the ridge. It's supposed to. I mean, this comes up right here and it's sitting on this ridge. I mean, this is like, you know, vacuumed to some type of form that's supposedly similar to the truck. I just don't think that they had the vents in there in this form. Now maybe, you know, this fits a XL model with no floor vents. I don't know. But this said it was from a 2008 to 2016 F250 four-door. And I don't think it was fit well enough. So I guess I should have got a OEM replacement, or a used OEM one maybe, or just dealt with, you know, WeatherTech floor mats or something. But anyway, I'm gonna rip all this out, put the old carpet back in, so we can get the seats back in this truck and be done with it, because man, that is so frustrating. And after messing with it for like 5-6 hours, it's not gonna be worth it. I don't think I'm gonna get the result that I want out of it, no matter how much I work on it, no matter how much I use a heat gun. I'm just done with it. I just don't want to mess with it anymore. And in my opinion, huge thumbs down on the ACC carpets. I mean, I would not purchase another vinyl or carpet from them at all. I mean, apparently they're the world's leader on replacement carpets and vinyls, supposedly, as of what it says on the box, but I have not had a good experience. Again, maybe if it was a really old truck and there's not much going on, but these newer trucks, I'm gonna try to find a OEM replacement or a used one from now on, because there's too much going on underneath the seats for them to form it, I guess. I mean, I guess they just don't make their molds like that. So anyway, let's go ahead and get this carpet back in here. Bye-bye crap. Oh wow, it fits. It's almost like it was made for it. So it's a few days after I put the carpet back in my truck. I gotta say, I'm very disappointed in the ACC replacement vinyl. Just awful fitment, was not happy with it. And I still have to figure out how I'm gonna protect my floors from getting disgusting on this trip. So replacement vinyl was not the answer. So I got another option. I already opened it up, but I found this for $100. Ugh. Ooh. It is a floor mat, but it goes over the transmission tunnel. So it's honestly like replacement flooring just for the entire front. Now for the rear, I don't really need anything because nobody's going to be back there. We're not going to be putting our dirty feet there. So I might just leave the grass in the back. Morgan is not super fond of that idea because she hates the turf, but I don't see a problem with it. I mean, we're not going to be, riding back here. We might have a few passengers on the trip, possibly. I don't know who would pick up, but just in case, I mean, we do have something back here to catch dirt and stuff. Now, obviously, if it's super watery, it will go through that. So let's get all this out so we can throw it in here. It's looking promising. It's also on the driver's side, has the pop clips for the floor carpet. Basically like the OEM stuff, so it should pop in. Well, it doesn't seem like it's popping into those, but it does seem like it fits around the transmission tunnel well. I mean, definitely not the prettiest cut, but I mean, it's even contoured around these plastic trim pieces. It looks good. I got it for like $93, so 93 bucks. I'm happy. So this is what it looks like inside. It hugs the transmission tunnel really well. I mean, oh, it looks great. These aren't popping in for some reason, but the only problem is it doesn't go up really high. So if I put my foot really high up into close to the firewall, it's gonna get dirty still. But as long as I keep my feet back here, it's gonna be fine. But I know I kind of like to do this sometimes. That is the only unfortunate part because it's gonna get dirty up there still. But overall, I'm pretty happy for $93, especially after the issue with the vinyl floor replacement. You don't like the cold weather, huh?
Nope. That's why I live in Florida. Nice, okay. Wow, it fits like it's supposed to.
The only issue is it doesn't.
You already got it dirty. Ugh.
The only problem is it doesn't like to pop in those clips. So it's been a few weeks since I reinstalled the carpet and put in this floor mat that goes across the transmission tunnel. And I gotta say, it is so nice. I also got some really nice seat covers for pretty cheap. I think these are about $100, but these are seat covers, even though they may not look like it. They're seat covers unlimited. And I got them discounted. The seat covers were $100 and that was $100. So I kind of revamped the front of the truck for $200 instead of, the $250 floor liner, which I am extremely disappointed about. I will never buy from ACC again. I know I've already said that multiple times, but I can't stress it enough. I would not buy from them. Again, unless you had like a really old truck that is just a metal floor, nothing else going on. There's just too much stuff on this. I don't think they have that in the mold. So let me show you what it looks like right now. This is where the liner is after I pulled it out. Haven't touched it since I yanked it out, and I probably never will. Probably end up throwing it away, to be honest. I can't even sell it hardly. No one's wanted it for even $100. So just extremely disappointed with them. But my wife and I have been very happy with the seat covers and the floor mat. I mean, it's a little tricky getting the floor mat out if you have a ton of stuff in the bottom to try to pull it out with the transmission tunnel connected. It's a little tricky and sometimes you spill out some of the dirt, but still I'm pretty happy with the coverage over the tunnel so I don't get that carpet dirty. Plus the sun actually has damaged the carpet right there above the transmission tunnel. So this actually protects it from some sun damage as well. So that is actually gonna be it. I appreciate y'all watching. Sorry it was kind of a useless video, but I wanted to post it so y'all can see the difficulty with ACC. My brother-in-law just went through the same thing with his 90s F250. His wasn't as complicated as mine. he doesn't have floor vents, but he still had a heck of a time trying to install it in his truck. He's got an extended cab, 90s, F250. The floor is pretty basic, but he still has tons of wrinkles and it looks like total garbage. So I just want y'all to be aware, if you're out there looking for a replacement flooring, try to find a good condition OEM, or don't replace it at all if you don't have to. Until next time, catch you on the flip side.